Hola amigos, bienvenidos a Tarot, mi amor. Vamos a hacer una lectura rápida de 3 cartas para el signo de Aries.
Welcome to Tarot, mi amor. It's Solstice on the beach. We're going to do a 3-card spread for all signs and timestamp it. But we're going to kind of try to look a little deep with this. We'll clarify. We can do a lot of 3 cards.
Muy bien.
You know.
Okay. I went to show
We're going to start with Aries. Just roll it. Sorry, guy, we'll timestamp it. You don't have to waste time watching.
Muy bien. We have the Knight of Pentacles.
This is going to be you in relationships, kind of how you are, where you're at in relationships, one way or another.
The Chariot.
It's nice. Chariot, interesting. This is you in the way you. This is you. Your kind of mindset about relationships, I should say. This is you in relationships. Major Arcana. Something going on here.
The Moon.
The Moon. More Major Arcana. And this is your advice in the relationship.
Muy bien.
For our Aries friends, the name of light and love, so it serves our greatest good. What can we say about relationships? We got on the bottom, man.
We
got the Star. So hope, Aquarius, but I would say hope. So you're full of hope, and that's what gives you the strength to be, for an Aries. I think we had this before for Aries. So whoever's this Aries, this is really good energy for Aries. This is being calm, taking your time. You're serious about a relationship. You're not jumping. I think you're being responsible in every way. And that's maybe why overall you've got here hope. This is also manifestation. I think, we just entered Aquarius. But with the Star card in this reading is overall energy. There's a lot of manifestors out there. This one in Magician, and maybe the High Priestess, I think we see that. And then, so the Chariot, do you want to tell us, say in Spanish?
La energía tenemos, esta eres tú como persona, fuera de la relación. Se presenta como el caballero de bastos. Así es como te encuentras tú, tu energía dentro de la relación de pareja es el carruaje, y para el consejo es la luna, ¿ok? Y la energía de la tirada es la estrella. La energía de la tirada es la estrella y significa que es esperanza. Entonces, por eso entendemos que tienes mucha esperanza de construir una buena relación, de sacar adelante la relación en la que estás. Quieres algo seguro, quieres una persona con quien confiar y quieres tener una relación estable, ¿ok? Y luego tenemos el carruaje.
See, the Chariot.
The Chariot.
So Major Arcana, it does represent, it can represent Cancer. Also, it's the energy of caring. This is the energy of movement, of being in sync with the very big picture. And you're watching tarot. And I think with this is like somebody that's really serious about relationships to the point where, you're not going to just jump into something because it feels good, or you're not going to make the kind of stupid mistakes some of us do probably. Or maybe you've already made them, that's why you're this way. I mean, you're Aries, maybe you jumped on it for quite a while, and now you're like, wait a minute. So I think this is adjustments. A lot right now is a lot of belief systems, adjustments. So, a belief system is not just about religion, spirituality. Belief systems is about, like, I'm not good enough. I'm not really smart. I'm not really fun. I'm not charismatic. I'm not whatever. We believe these things, learned in childhood. So you make these adjustments. It's something like a Knight of Pentacles would do, because Knight of Pentacles is very methodical. And so what I think what this is trying to move into a good place, inside yourself, where you kind of know, like, why do you want a relationship? What does love mean to me? What's the meaning of love? Why is it important? And you're coming to those conclusions, And you're watching the Love Tarot. It's obviously something important.
Si estás viendo tarot es porque tienes preguntas. Entonces sí podría ser como un movimiento muy fuerte, pero es a nivel interior, para que qué tipo de relación estoy buscando, qué tipo de pareja quiero, qué es lo que me hace feliz, qué es lo que me hace sentirme bien. Y cuando hagas este tipo de introspección, entonces puedes pensar en una persona o manifestar que es la relación que estás buscando, lo que te hace sentirte bien.
And for another group of people, there's that, but then there's just actually moving. This could be like a long distance, a big move,
Sí.
important move. And then with the moon, as your advice, we're going to go with something that you're not seeing. And so maybe what's going on here, there's something emotional that's affecting you, like in your search for love, if that makes sense.
Ok. El consejo que nos da la carta de la luna significa lo que son las cosas que están escondidas, los secretos o el subconsciente. Habría que analizar qué tipo de situaciones o qué tipo de experiencias tuviste, canalizarlas para poder seguir adelante.
And we're going to clarify this, but this is something that's hidden from you, that's about relationships. It's just not necessarily a terrible thing. It's like something you're not seeing, something you need to know. And it may be something about what it is about this belief system. If you're trying to manifest, again, we had the star card. This could be a problem, because this is kind of what we're trying to look at with the solstice reading today is, what's the big picture. So, what about your manifestations is not serving you, getting you where you want to go. So, waiting for your ships to come in. All right, I'm ready to clarify this out, 5 cards. So, I think this is kind of not being focused. Like, if you're trying to manifest and you're being kind of broad, and just, I did this. Just at first, just saying, just bring me the right person, God. And it's got to be more specific. And so this is like, if you're just waiting for your ships to come in, you're not really manifesting. And you're like throwing a wide net. So this is kind of about becoming more specific, more focused. In another way that this is manifested, another way this has to do with manifestation is if we get involved in romantic liaisons that are obviously not the one, it ties us up. So like the runway is occupied and the one can't land. I think it's kind of a little bit what this is. It's kind of trying to stay focused on what's important to you. To me, what this is about, this also values, core values, coming to terms and keeping that in mind, so that as you're going forward, you're not wasting a lot of energy on a lot of different people that look cute or something or another, but you're kind of focusing on what it is you really want. What do they do for a living? What do they care about? What do they believe? How do they feel about the world? And this kind of thing, huh?
Muy bien.
I think that could be helpful, huh?
Clarificamos lo que es la carta de la luna y nos salió el 3 de bastos. Esto quiere decir que puede ser posible que tengas varias opciones para elegir, pero tienes que ser cuidadoso y de no tomarlas todas, porque puedes desperdiciar tu tiempo. Tienes que enfocarte qué es en lo que realmente quieres, para dónde quieres seguir tu camino. Tú lo que estás buscando es una relación estable. Entonces tienes que encontrar una persona que tenga los mismos valores que tú y la misma o la ideología similar, para que puedan hacer una pareja fuerte y tener muy claro, tienes el poder de manifestar tu realidad. Entonces tienes que ser muy específico con lo que pides. Pues quiero una persona, pero que sea que sea amigable, que le gusta salir con mis amigos, o que cocine bien, o cosas que sean realmente muy importantes para ti. Esto lo tienes que pensar muy bien y manifestar. Muy bien, amigos, muchas gracias. Vamos a seguir con el siguiente signo.
I'll shuffle real quick. So I think that was helpful. I hope for somebody out there, let us know. It's kind of where we want to go with this. not just look at a daily read, even though it's only 3 cards. It's a big day today. Wow, I'm tired. We're tired.
Me too.
We're opening our shop today and everything. It's I've been having trouble sleeping. You've been doing all right. I hear a lot of people say this. It's like, wow.
I can take naps.
Yeah. Bragger. But yeah, so we're gonna Taurus. Like and share. Please subscribe if you like what we do, and see what Spirit could tell us to help any Taurus that are interested in love and relationship. Advice from tarot. This is your own higher self talking. This is your own guides, your own spirit, in my opinion. All we're doing is tapping into that. That's what tarot's for. It's really not about us, or we're just interpreting, like reading the language that the Spirit sends us.
The energy.
Yeah.
See?
And let's see what we've got. We're kind of doing an abbreviated heart spread. This is kind of the first part. So we're looking at, this is going to be you, and this is kind of where you're at in terms of relationships. Where's your mind at? How are you handling relationships right now? Queen of Pentacles, very nice. You're in a good place. You're grounded. You're secure. You can take care of yourself. That's a really good way to be in terms of relationships. It's sort of like you're set up to succeed right there. Now, in relationships, we've got 7 of Wands. So I'm trying to look at the big picture here. This may be a pattern, but this Queen of Pentacles, I don't know. She doesn't cause trouble, but she doesn't take any shit either. I mean, she's not going to play games. She's not going to put up with any nonsense. So maybe that's why you end up having to defend yourself in relationships. But let's take a look at what our outcome and advice is, which is the 7 of Cups. Wow, so we got Pentacles, Wands, and Cups. And on the bottom of the deck, we also have the Knight of Cups, I should say. So Knight of Cups on the bottom, overall energy. That's looking for love. Okay, not necessarily being a player. Maybe when you add the 7 of Cups, Taurus, I mean, have you been kind of a little player? I don't know. Is that what's making people argue or getting you into these situations? We have to defend yourself. They're trying to look for patterns today. And, you know, this could be in this position. Really, today it's like advice. It's sort of that Venus energy of wanting it to be too perfect, wanting that soulmate, looking for the one that's never been born. Who did that song? And that kind of energy, especially if you're coming in with the Knight of Cups, you know. So it's like, if this is you, towards maybe you're a person, like in general, you kind of got it together, but then when it comes to relationships, maybe you go a little bit overboard, like kind of lose your boundaries, because the Queen of Pentacles got good boundaries, you know, maybe like at work or even with friends. And then when it comes to your loved one, and you know, what do you end up fighting over, you know? And with this 6 of Cups, nostalgia, it's like maybe wanting something you had before. And you know, let me clarify and see what that was.
Sí. Tenemos la lectura en cómo te encuentras tú como persona en este momento. Tienes la energía de la Reina de Pentáculos, puede ser que sea hombre o mujer, quiere decir una persona que es autosuficiente, que no se anda con jaladas, que es muy claro en lo que quiere, muy objetivo. Con esta reina no puedes hacerle pasar malos ratos, ¿no? Porque ella misma no te lo permite. Tenemos ya como la relación de pareja, tenemos el 7 de bastos, que quiere decir que estás defendiendo tu castillo, tu territorio, tu persona. Y después tenemos el consejo, también es el 7 de copas, ¿ok? Y la energía de la tirada es el caballero de copas. Esto quiere decir que la energía de esta lectura es de amor, que está buscando el amor, y lo que podemos entender es que puede ser que en el futuro, haya muchas personas o pues sí, muchas personas diferentes, ¿no? Que pues que quieras conocer, que quieras salir, tienes como muchas opciones para tomar en cuenta y y a esta reina de copas pues no le gusta mucho, ¿verdad? Por eso dentro de la pareja no se siente muy segura y se siente como a la defensiva. ¿Ok? But we're going to
clarify the Six of Cups. I think like what's going on is like somebody's kind of grounded, but when it comes to relationships, they maybe give a little bit too much or are not as grounded as they normally are. You usually see this in astrology with 7th house stuff. And so you get a little scattered, like, you know, emotionally, because cups are emotions. And but the scattered is maybe, you know, wanting the soulmate thing, being very nostalgic, possibly about something you had in the past. And then when we get with the 8 of Cups, so something you had in the past. So emotionally, I think what this is like, maybe you had something in the past that was really amazing, because here you got the 7 of Cups clarified by the 8 of Cups. That's why I wasn't thinking this is a classic interpretation of the 6 of Cups here.
Okay.
Because the 8 of Cups, so walking away. And so as an advice, what this is saying is really, I mean, it sounds easy. Walk away from this energy.
Okay.
And from the past, whatever it was that broke your heart, and maybe you're still kind of maybe unconsciously looking for that again. Chances are, if you ever did find it, it'd probably break your heart again. For Taurus.
Clarificamos el 7 de copas y salió el 8 de copas. Eso quiere decir, estamos viendo el 7 de copas de una forma diferente ahora, como lo que significa la nostalgia. A lo mejor en el pasado tenías una relación que te gustaba mucho y la estás añorando, la estás extrañando, y eso te está generando una inseguridad personal, ¿ok? O una insatisfacción. Entonces tienes que dejar ir esos pensamientos del pasado, esta nostalgia, el tiempo. Tú has cambiado, tú has avanzado como persona, las relaciones ya no son igual. Entonces atesora lo que tienes, pero sigue viviendo tu vida, ¿ok? No te quedes con esa ilusión de que a lo mejor va a volver a suceder y te vas a volver a sentir igual de bien. Tienes que cerrar ese ciclo en tu vida y seguir adelante.
All right, yeah, Taurus, I hope that helps. I think that's maybe saying something about the energy, overall energy of what's been going on maybe for a year or more for you. And now Gemini, I want to look at you in the name of light and love. This is our solstice read. Just what serves our greatest good. I want to say something that would be helpful about love and relationships for Geminis. This is looking for patterns. If you're watching a tarot reading, not necessarily just necessarily about the relationship you're in now. Could be. But
Sí.
to find something helpful.
Bueno, now Gemini. Vamos a hacer para el signo de Géminis. Eres la...
Very nice start.
Sí, el 9 de pentáculos.
9 of Pentacles.
Muy buen inicio.
Happy bachelor. Great way to
espadas.
start.
Y después tenemos el rey de copa, no, de bastos.
Like in the bottom there.
Y la energía de la tirada es la rueda de la fortuna.
Okay, so with the Wheel of Fortune as the overall energy, this really is amazing. So thinking what today is, when you get that, it's usually turning in your favor. So don't be afraid, particularly when you're coming in to relationships as the 9 of Pentacles. This is the typical advice from everyone on relationships is don't look for relationships. Be happy with yourself. Take care of yourself. Well, that you're doing this. That's what this is. It's that kind of energy. And then with the Wheel of Fortune as the overall energy, and since we're looking at patterns and stuff here, if this was a personal reading, I would say somebody's being sneaky, okay, and they might be a fire sign, you know, has this kind of energy, okay, about them. But what I'm looking for here is the overall thing. And when I see you look so solid, I think maybe you're finding in relationships that you're getting back to you either like a lot of strategic thinking from your partners. They're not being sincere. You might have there might have been even cheating, and stuff going on behind your back, which is so hurtful. And because I really think this is from your other person, whoever's watching this. It's not you doing this. I'd say it if I thought it. Okay, but with this in the advice position, whether you're a male or female, doesn't matter, that you be the King of Wands. And a King of Wands is very secure, very confident, very dynamic, very strong, very charismatic, this kind of energy. And with the Wheel of Fortune I would almost say it's on your side. So that means don't let this stop you. Okay, if this has happened before, I don't even think we need to clarify this one, because you're looking good. It's like when you get this, okay, I've had it. It really is a speed bump in the road to love, and you got to take your car to the shop, get the front end rebuilt, and takes a minute. And you might be in this now. This is not exactly the position of now in this read. This is you in the relationship. So. But you might be, or maybe you went through it recently. My guess it's been more than once. But it's like, don't let it get to you. You're the Nine of Pentacles. Keep bringing the fire. And, if man or woman, whoever gets with you, they're the lucky ones. Because this is somebody you want to be with,
Sí.
You're going to light up the night.
Ok, tenemos en la primera carta el 9 de Pentáculos. Esta es una persona... Bueno, es el 9 de oros, es una persona que es sólida, que es autosuficiente, que no necesita de nadie para mantenerse, que tiene su trabajo, que es independiente, que puede ir y venir, y que en general está bastante bien. Después tenemos el 7 de espadas. Como estamos basando la lectura en el amor, esto puede ser que tu pareja esté haciendo algún tipo de estrategias o planes, o a lo mejor está... pues no sé, podría ser como engañándote. Es lo que pues nos dice el 7 de espadas, ¿no? Y tú eres una persona muy fuerte. Esto nos lo confirma el rey de bastos, ¿ok? Eres una persona muy agradable, que puedes expresarte muy bien, tienes muy claros tus deseos, qué es lo que quieres, pero pues no vas a permitir que este tipo de energía o este tipo de situación te lastime o no te dejes caer, ¿ok? Es un proceso por el que pues muchas personas desgraciadamente o afortunadamente, desafortunadamente pasan, sucede en todas las relaciones. Hay que aprender de esto, no darle demasiada fuerza, no enfocarse en esto, sino en lo positivo y en lo bueno que tienes en tu ser y salir adelante. ¿Muy bien?
Yeah, so Gemini, let us know if that helps. If this is you, you're doing pretty good. I'm thinking you're close. That's a feeling I get from this. Yeah, you're doing you. But you want to start over for the next one? We're good? Where are we? How many minutes?
Minute 23.
Let's thank you.
Sí.
Let's